Hello, family, and welcome to the At Home Kitchen. Today we have a very, very, very special guest. She's been here before, but it's been a lot of years, and every time she comes, we have a good time. She's just the sweetest person. Her name is Norma Bixler. She's the founder of Cornerstone TeleVision. She and her husband, Russell, who's at home with the Lord now, founded this ministry a long, long time ago, 20 plus years. And I've been privileged to be a part of this ministry in the capacity of being the host of At Home for 17. We're in our 17th year. But before that, I worked in various parts of the ministry. And the one thing that I have to say about Norma, she is always the same. She's consistent. She's a woman of integrity. You don't hear her backbiting or talking or saying nasty stories about anybody. And the passion that's within her is that everyone would hear the gospel and know this Jesus that we serve. And that being her sole desire, it's catchy. If someone else is excited about what they're doing and you come on the scene as a new employee like I was, I caught that excitement about we have the ability to spread the gospel. And then, of course, years later, we had the ability to spread it with this program. And I admire her, I revere her as a real woman of God, and I know his hand rested heavily upon her and continues to do so today. And I am so thankful that she's here with us in our kitchen. She's going to make some delicious foods. She's a Southern lady, you know, and they know how to cook. And this lady here, of all the church functions that she's cooked for and her husband's buddies that she's cooked for, I can relate because that's the way my home was when I was a kid. Well, she's going to get started in just a minute, but first, here's today's at-home hint that we'll be back with Norma. Here's today's at-home hint. For a quick icing, sprinkle cupcakes with chocolate morsels 2 minutes before they're done baking. Remove them from the oven and spread the melted chocolate over the top.
For updates, pictures, stories, and more, like us on Facebook. To watch hundreds of classic episodes, subscribe to us on YouTube. And to get hundreds of free recipes, visit ctvn.org/athome.
Well, here she is, Norma Bixler, my buddy and my friend.
Yeah, for a long time.
I'm telling you, more years than I care to remember. But Norma, the last time you were here, Russell was still here, and we had such a good time because you made that wonderful turkey and cashew casserole. I remember us sitting eating it and just having a good time. And it's been a long time since you've been here, and I've asked you a long time, and finally you said yes. And I appreciate that. I'm so glad you're here.
Well, I guess I'm glad to be here.
Could you believe as much television as you've done, and you would be nervous?
Well, I don't feel too nervous.
No, you don't. Not in this kitchen. Anything can happen in this kitchen.
Well, I always have you, and then I have the Holy Spirit to rely on.
Absolutely. He's always here.
Well, we need to get started.
All right. What are we making?
Well, the first thing we're going to make today is corn pudding.
Ooh.
And a lot of people up here make corn pudding, but I like my recipe the best. And you know, it's really not my recipe, it's my sister's recipe. So it's Sue's recipe.
That's the best
for
kind.
Corn pudding.
That's the best kind.
So I guess we'll just
get started. Go ahead.
Okay, well the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add this canned corn.
That's the whole kernel. Huh?
And it's a whole kernel, and it's been drained.
Okay.
Now how are they going to get this recipe if they want it?
Well, we're going to tell them about that at the end of the program.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, now this is flour, and you have to add the flour.
A couple of 3 tablespoons of flour.
Right.
All right.
And you have to make sure.
Mix it well, huh?
Yeah, don't do this in a hurry because this is
well, that'll thicken. Is that what thickens it?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
Because there's a lot of juicy things in here.
It
but
is.
That's what makes it good.
Absolutely.
And do you think it's...
I think it's probably mixed well.
Uh-oh, there's some I didn't mix.
Oh, okay. Well, you wouldn't want to stir too much because it maybe crush the kernels too, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
All right, now we added the flour, and so now we have to add...
Cream-style corn? We want to do this one next?
Yes, we'll do that
Okay, how about if I do that?
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's funny that you drain the first and this is all runny.
Yeah, but this is so thick. I think that makes the difference. I can use this?
Yeah.
Because, you know, Mom always says get that last little bit out because that's somebody's bite.
Well, it's also part of the measure.
That's right. And when you're talking custards and stuff like that, you have to have it just right.
Yeah, this this recipe it's kind of a custard.
That's what makes it good.
And, you know, next thing we're going to add is the sugar.
Okay.
And where is the salt and pepper? Is that
Right here.
Okay. Only a smidgen.
Yeah, you don't use too
You know, the
much of
salt
that.
brings the flavor out.
Sure it does.
And I like pepper.
Yes.
And
Baking powder, maybe?
yeah, right
That's what
here.
that is, yeah. And that's just like, what, a teaspoon or so? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now we're going to mix all that up really nice. Get that flavor through there.
Yummy, yummy.
My sister lived in Virginia Beach, about 5 minutes from CBN,
Oh.
and she was a terrific cook, much
Was
better
she?
than I ever was.
Oh. Norma, I've not ever tasted anything you
Oh,
made that wasn't
well.
good.
I just don't agree with you.
Ah, okay.
Okay, now in this separate bowl here, I have 3.
Let me beat these up.
Yeah, they
Okay.
need to be
Well beat?
Yeah, beat them up well.
Okay.
And then, that looks pretty good.
Is that good?
Yeah. And then we're going to add the scalded milk. Now we
To the
measured-
eggs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we measured this, right?
Right. Was that a cup and a half?
It's a cup.
Cup. Okay.
I hope we didn't do a cup and a half, 'cause it's only supposed to be a cup.
Cup, yeah. Well, this is working good.
Now, you know, while we're doing this, I just want to tell you that in the oven, which is already heated at 375 degrees, we have a pan of water, because once
Right.
we get this all together,
In here? Right.
yeah.
I hope so, because that's where I just put it. Oh, I forgot about saying it. Is this where it goes? Oh, boy. Okay.
Now let me have this larger
dear.
spoon.
Did you want something else, like a big spoon to do that with?
I have it right
Okay.
here. That's the one I wanted.
Okay, good. Now we're going to mix
so now
that.
we're going to mix it really good. Now you see it's really
Thick, huh?
thick.
Yeah. Boy, I
And
bet you
so-
that's good. That eggs is going to make it puff up, isn't it?
The eggs make it puff up.
My mouth
And-
is watering. Already, and it's not even cooked.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you put this in the oven and you start to bake it, your house smells
Smells so good.
wonderful.
Wouldn't this be great for Thanksgiving or any kind of a get-together, huh?
Yeah, but I don't like to make it in the summer when it's hot. It's
No.
it's good for this time of
That's
year.
right. This time
I mean,
of
you
winter.
can have it anytime you want,
Sure.
but whatever.
Okay, now
Let's see, I
where's
wanna
that butter
move
go?
this.
Okay,
Oh, the butter, we forgot that.
let's do that. Okay, that's just the melted butter, which makes it better. Butter
Yeah,
makes it better.
I almost forgot that, Arlene. I'm so
I'm glad I
you
saw
were
it
here.
sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, the butter. I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
What
my
doesn't
mother
that
used
make
to
better,
say,
huh?
if you want something good, you better put good things in it.
That's it. She's absolutely right.
She always used to like to put a little sugar in everything. Now, I don't do that
no.
because I can't afford that, but she was a great cook too.
Yeah.
She didn't cook a lot of fancy things, but nobody was worried when they sat down to her table because they knew it was going
Gonna
to
be good, huh?
really, really good.
Okay, now we haven't greased or anything in the casserole.
No,
we just,
because it's in here.
right. Everything's in there that we need. Okay.
Yeah.
We have a bain marie going in the oven, which means it's a bigger pan than this is, with some water, and the water's getting nice and hot.
Should
How
I
about if
pour it that way? So
Doesn't matter. He'll get it. Not to worry.
Okay. I just wanted to do the right thing since
Absolutely.
I'm on television. I don't really know
You
how
don't
to
worry
do
about this at home, do you?
it. No.
I
don't.
understand.
Sometimes I'm on the phone when I'm doing stuff like this, and I'm glad I'm not today because I wouldn't want to leave
Don't wanna be
people
doing that.
astray.
No.
Okay.
All right, we're going to
Now-
put that right in the oven here, okay?
And see, like I told you before, this pan of water
Yep.
is already in here,
Okay.
and
Careful. Careful, you got it? Go ahead, let it set down.
it takes a while to make
put
this.
some
And
more in
depending on your oven, it may take longer than it says. But when you put a spoon in there, you'll see if
You'll
it
know
has
if
to
it's-
set
Sure, it does.
like a
Okay.
custard.
About how long?
Well,
35,
it's about
40?
no, it's about an
About an
hour.
hour? Okay.
It's about an
Okay.
hour. That's why I think we did that maybe first today.
Okay, good.
So it'll have time to cook and
All right,
you
Norma,
know.
why don't you go ahead and start on the other one? I'll do the maintenance here, clean up a little bit.
Okay, the corn pudding is the first page.
Right.
And
we have an encyclopedia going for Norma today because there's a lot to do.
Well, the next thing I'm going to do is called chicken stuffing Divan. But I want to tell you before I start that you know what you can do. You could use turkey also. And I have, you know, after I have Thanksgiving and I have some turkey left over, you can use this recipe to, you know, substitute.
Sure.
And the turkey's all different, and it doesn't look like it's leftovers.
Right. I'm going to pop. This is you're going to dissolve your butter in, so I'm going to pop it in the microwave just for a minute. Go ahead, start.
Well, do we have the other oven preheated at
We do.
350 degrees?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I think I'm going to need some scissors to get this open.
Okay.
It's not
They're right here in the
open.
drawer.
Okay.
How about this drawer? I think I
Okay.
moved them over here for you today. There you go.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Norma, you had a big party at around Christmas time or before?
No, I was in March.
Oh, was it March?
I had a retirement party for D. Richard. and
Yeah. Tell them how many of that you made.
Well, I had, I think I made four of these, but in the bowl, I'm going to mix water and butter until the butter melts.
Or you could use like chicken broth too, right?
I'm reading what the recipe says, but
Yeah.
I use chicken broth.
Okay.
And that's what you're heating.
That's
in
what
the
I'm
oven.
getting for you, yeah.
You-
Because you're going to cook your chicken, so why not enrich it with some of that
well,
broth?
what I want to tell you about this recipe is, if you're having company and you have to work, and you think, oh, how am I going to get the dinner ready
yeah.
for when I have to come home from work? Cook all these things, not what we're doing right now, but the ingredients. Cook them the day before, and then all you do is build it, and it doesn't have
Right.
to cook but a half hour.
Right, good. Okay, while we're getting this ready and I'm getting the broth out of the microwave, we're going to take a break. We come back, she's going to put it all together for us. Stay with us.
If you love At Home with Arlene Williams, then subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have hundreds of episodes with all your favorite recipes, holidays, and friends.
Say hi to your fan club. Hi, fan club.
And don't forget to click the bell so you'll never miss another episode of At Home.
Okay, if you're just joining us, Norma's here in the kitchen with us today. We already have a wonderful corn pudding in the oven, and now she's putting together chicken stuffing Divan. And this is going to be good. We have some chicken broth.
Yeah, well, you know, in the original recipe that I got, it said to put water in, and I thought,
Yeah.
well, when you cook the chicken, you might as well
Use it, absolutely.
You might as well use the broth from that, because you know, the more flavor you get.
The better it is. Okay, and we have one package of any kind of a stuffing mix that you like. Pepperidge Farm,
If you're doing chicken, then you look for chicken. And you know what? Sometimes the stores don't have that, and all you can use is turkey. But it really doesn't matter.
fine.
This is not one of those recipes that you got to have
Precise,
it.
yeah. Can I drop this
yeah,
in?
drop it in there.
Okay, and we use the whole package because that has all your seasonings and everything in it.
Right, right.
The thing I like about this Divan is she has layers, because there's a layer of stuffing first. We're supposed to let that sit for a couple of minutes to soak up all the goodies.
Right.
And we will mix that around, yummy. Yeah. That will go in. Do we have to butter or grill? Nothing with this? Okay, good.
Nope.
But she has 2 cups of fresh broccoli that we just steamed in the microwave because we like to keep that nice brown green. I don't like the frozen for that reason, do you?
No, and you know, you can, it doesn't take long to cook broccoli, but if you want to, you can cook it the day before. I had one. I made 4 of these in one time. I took a
She's
few
mass
short.
producing. We're going to hire her. The restaurants are calling for her.
And now what you do is you just put this in here,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Got
hurry
everything?
up.
That's okay.
Then you spread it evenly
Okay.
around.
A nice baking dish.
Nice big one.
Now, do you take this to the table to serve right from this?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, I do.
I would.
I actually, when I had Dee's party, I made a buffet.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Why don't, you want to start to do your cream, and I'll pat that down so we don't run out of time. Why don't you do your milk and your soups and stuff here?
okay.
Cream of chicken soup and milk until it's smooth. That's ½ cup of milk.
And you know what? If it isn't real smooth, it's going to get smooth.
It gets, yeah, it does.
I mean, if you know, I know there are a lot of girls in this day and age that don't that don't do casseroles. They think, oh, it's too much trouble.
You know what? I
don't
love
think
casseroles.
I can do. Well, I know, but I'm just talking. I've talked to some young girls, and they say, oh, it's too much trouble. It takes too long. But you know what?
It's not.
You just really try it once.
Absolutely.
And you'll see. I have cooked this recipe for all different age groups.
And everybody likes it, huh?
And my grandchildren, one of the first times I used turkey instead of chicken because I happened to have it. And they said, it was in the summer. And they said, oh, Thanksgiving in the summer.
You need this to stir that around?
Yeah, it'd probably be better than this.
Okay, I'll swap you out then. Okay, now the next thing, you're gonna layer what, chicken and stuff on here? Mm-hmm. Wow.
You want to do?
You want me to do it?
Yeah, just do it.
Just
because
like
I want to work on this a little.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, just put all this in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now you can do is more or less of whatever chicken you want, right?
I like something hearty, and I like for the men to be happy when they come, like my son, and when Russell was here, and I like to have a lot of something.
Well, you want to not be looking, where's the chicken in this? You know, you want to be able to see. And we cut that in pretty nice big pieces too. So
yeah, because I want people to know they're eating.
That's right, chicken.
Chicken, not this real skinny.
No.
And then you just put this around.
So we layer that too.
And see how pretty it is?
Beautiful.
This is the nicest broccoli. Where did you get this broccoli?
This is from Jordan's, who supply us all of our produce. They're just a great company.
Beautiful.
They are. They're such a blessing. Been with us for a long, long time. Yeah, that's about 2 cups of cooked. Norma, do you think you're gonna need more milk in your soup? Or do you think that's gonna be?
I did add a little more.
Did you add extra?
Maybe I'll add a little more.
Will that need more milk, you think? Because I can get you some.
I don't know. Let's just look and see.
Is this all, or do you want me to put the rest of this in there?
Well,
or would it be
might as well use it.
Use it up.
Maybe we will have a little more milk.
Okay, I'll get you the milk.
And you know, it doesn't have to be hot or anything.
Just talk them through what you're going to do once you get this all done. Okay, while I get the milk.
Yeah. Well, then after I do this, what I'm going to do is pour this cream chicken soup and the milk combination. And since I have...
Say when.
When.
Oh, okay.
And since I have so much chicken, you wouldn't have to use as much soup, but we have it all in the recipe. I don't want to confuse you, but you just...
So you just pour that over top. Mm-hmm. That looks like a wonderful gravy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, some people, you know, that don't think they're good at gravy, they use...
They could do that. Sure they could.
Like, even with mashed potatoes.
Absolutely. And we have the oven set at 350 degrees because this is going to bake for about 30 minutes because really everything that's gone in there is already cooked. So all you have to do, can we hold this for you? Mm-hmm. Is just get it hot and bubbly and it will be fine.
See, the chicken's cooked, the broccoli's cooked.
Yeah.
Everything, and you wait till I put that cheese on there, you'll see how pretty it is.
Okay, we're going to finish this, pop this in the oven. It's going to bake 30 minutes, like I said. When we come back, Norma and I are going to be in the dining room, and we have another recipe we're going to tell you and show you when we come back in just a minute.
Oh, now 30 seconds. We only have 30 seconds.
I know it.
To get all the recipes from today's show, plus hundreds of others, just click the link in the video description or visit our website, ctvn.org/at-home.
Well, here we are in the dining room. Norma, this is a feast fit for a king.
Well, I don't know about a king, but I like it.
I'm telling you, let's take a look. Down there's the corn pudding. Look how that sets. Now, when you first bring that out, it'll be puffy, right?
Right.
And then as it sets a little bit, it'll fall.
That's because of the 3 eggs in there.
Oh, the eggs. Okay, so when it gets in the cool air, then it comes down. But it's like a custardy. Wonderful. Next to it, there's the chicken Divan. It should be chicken divine, because it look at that green broccoli in there, and there's big chunks of chicken, and the cheese is down over everything. Remember, there's a layer of stuffing in there, plus that wonderful soup she's put over the top that makes the gravy.
And the chicken.
And the chicken, of course, lots of chicken, and the fresh broccoli. That's a whole meal in one. I mean, really.
Right.
It really is. Now, what we didn't get to show you, but I want to talk to you about, is the wonderful cranberry salad she made. Now this, tell us what's in it now. There's orange jello.
Orange jello, and then after the gelatin is, then you add a can of cranberry sauce.
The jellied one, not the whole berry, the cranberry. Okay.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you could use
could
that.
Probably use it, yeah.
But I just use the jelly, and then you let that
stir until it melts
stir that
down.
until it get, and then while you're stirring that, you grate some of the orange rind.
Ooh, yeah.
And put that in there. That gives it a real fresh taste.
I'm telling you, look at this. And this is what it looks like. You know, it doesn't really look a whole lot like, sometimes Jell-O is a turnoff to people. This is so full of crunchy celery. It's a great addition.
It has pineapple in it too.
Pineapple too.
And you know, the thing is, I think there's only enough Jell-O just to
barely cover it
together.
together. That's right, absolutely. And then because this is kind of a heavier meal because you have the stuffing in there and you have the corn, we just added just a few little cupcakes that we made with a little hint of almond and orange. We carried out that orange theme even with that. Added a wonderful little dinner roll. What more could a person want? Just some wonderful people sitting around the table like I have with Norma today. And here's your seat. We wish you were here too. Norma, thank you so much for being here. We can't wait to participate.
Well, you know what? I had a fun time.
Well, good. I'm glad you did. And you're always welcome. And so are you. So be sure to join us the next time because it just wouldn't be the same without you here at home. We'll see you then.
Furnishings provided by Levin Furniture, featuring Lane's Country Living Collection. Food provided by Jordan Banana Company, wholesalers of fresh fruit and vegetables in Trevosburg, Pennsylvania.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button so you'll never miss another episode of At Home. Thank you for watching.
Cornerstone Television wishes to thank all our faithful viewers whose consistent prayers and financial support have made this program possible.